Hello everyone, Ray from Babco, talking 4-post lifts for hobby and home. You may consider a caster kit. Once in a while it may be necessary to move it around. Sometimes you've got a big enough shop where you want to use it here and then you want to use it in that bay. That's what these casters are great for moving it around. If you only got to move it a couple of inches and it's not anchored, you can just slide it around or put it on dollies. But these things are pretty slick. I'm going to show you how they work. I've got 3 of them on already. This is the last one. There's a pin here. You remove. It goes onto the post. It surrounds the post. Put the pin on the other side. Now I've got this up to, I think, the second lock. Okay, so I've clipped on all 4 of these casters. I've removed the approach ramps. So as we come down, we want to make sure that this saddle here is around the crossbar. And we're going to keep lowering it until this contacts here. And then you'll see how these things will come up off the ground. As soon as it leaves the ground, it may want to move, depending on the floor, obviously, the slope, and the direction of the wheels. But as long as you know what's going to happen, just grab a hold of it. So I'm going to take it onto the casters right now. So I heard the 4 clicks, I know I can come down. It'll actually perhaps start to move before it's all the way down, as soon as these posts come up off the ground. One guy can actually move this around the shop, but it can be hard to control, so 2 people. You see what's happening? It's taking some time, the weight's coming down, and the posts are now coming up off the ground. We're not finished lowering yet though. We want to come down until it's all the way down. Once the lift is broken in, it's not quite as bad. And it's never designed to do this with a car on there. Can I stress that enough here? Sometimes people seem to assume that you can move it. You can have some kind of stuff on there, but it's not engineered to move it with a car on. Just the lift itself. So you see I'm waiting for these things to come down. That one there is creeping down slowly. We've got a couple inches to go. You can start moving it around, but it's way more stable if you take it all the way down. This one's almost there. This one is. And I think they're rested into place. So you see how far these posts came up off the ground. So even if it was anchored, you could still use a caster kit. The anchors don't come up that high. Yes, the casters are kind of in the way if you're moving it around, but now this thing can move like that. Yes, it can get away from me. If you have a slope, it could leave the building. You don't want that happening. So you hang on to this thing, but look how easy this thing is to move. It's crazy, but they're pretty useful.